I've been a Navy SEAL for 36 years.
I saw the worst of humanity.
One man healed me of my greatest malady, fear. 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with chronic lymphocytic leukemia. The initial assessment was that I needed to return to the States to have my spleen removed and begin chemotherapy. The doctor who detected the cancer made it clear to me that my life was about to change, that I should accept my fate and prepare for life outside the military, a life of painful chemo, hair loss, and fatigue. She gave me no hope that things would be better. My wife came to Texas and met with a world-class oncologist. The door swung open, and a loud, boisterous, ruddy-faced man walked in and hugged me, and I am not a hugger. She asked the doctor, should he eat more fruits and vegetables? No, he said. Well, should he exercise more? No, not really. Well, should he drink less alcohol? Oh, God, no. He sat down and quickly told my wife that she didn't need to get a new boyfriend. Something else will kill him before this does, he told her. In light of the early diagnosis, my wife was stunned by the proclamation. I quickly jumped in and said, can I go back to Afghanistan? And he said, as long as you don't get shot. Soon after the visit, I did go back to Afghanistan and spent the next 5 years continuing to serve in the military. I like to think that in that time, my service resulted in hundreds of lives saved. All because one man gave me hope, because one man healed me of my greatest malady, fear. Even under the most dire of conditions, hope can heal. It is on Wednesday of Hell Week that you paddle down in the mud flats and spend the next 15 hours trying cold. To me, basic SEAL training was a lifetime of challenges crammed into 6 months.
Because you were cold and wet and miserable, and it seemed like there was no hope in sight.
The mud consumed each man till there was nothing visible but our heads. It was still over 8 hours till the sun came up. 8 more hours of bone-chilling cold. And then one voice began to echo through the night. One voice raised in song.
And the instructors come up and they start yelling, hey, you, stop singing, stop singing. But then another kid started singing, and another.
And 2 became 3, and before long, everyone in the class was singing. And somehow the mud seemed a little warmer, and the wind a little tamer, and the dawn not so far away.
And he gave us hope at that point in time. And that's what SEAL training was all about. It was finding out where you can find hope in the midst of being neck deep in mud.
Hope surpasses all our understanding. Hope is the medicine that gives smiles to the forlorn, faith to the disenchanted, and life to the dying. In my nearly 6 decades of life, as with many in the audience, I have seen or experienced just about every ailment, disease, trauma, or heartbreak there is to know. During the wars of the past 13 years, I have seen combat hospitals filled with amputees, burn and blast victims, and I have seen many a good men die on operating tables.
But at the end of the day, the good I have seen in this world far outweighs the evil.
I have also seen disease eradicated, the crippled walk again, the heartless given new life, and the hopeless cured. If I have learned anything in my time traveling the world, it is the power of hope. The power of one person, a Washington, a Lincoln, King, Mandela, and even a young girl from Pakistan, Malala. One person can change the world by giving people hope.
You will all have an opportunity to inspire someone around you. Never, ever miss that opportunity.
Happy 4th of July! Unless if it isn't the 4th of July, if it's before the 4th of July, we still want you to have a happy 4th of July when the 4th of July comes along. So if it's before the 4th of July, we still want you to have a happy 4th of July.
Hey, I'm James. I've been published in a few different books now. I was the creative director for a magazine called Psychic Guidepost Magazine. I do spiritual counseling. I do a lot of different things in terms of a job, and I really don't feel like I'm just tied down when it comes to a job. I even do the social media for Unity of Springfield, so yeah. So I never thought I would go to church again, and I was pretty resistant when I got here. That's, I'm kind of not a church person, and I just don't see the use for organized religion, but I really felt Spirit say, hey, come to Unity, and so that's why I'm here at Unity. How did I find Unity? I didn't know anything about Unity at all. I lived in Kansas City for 10 years, and I think I went to Unity on the Plaza a few times for like events that were totally unrelated to Unity. But when Matt, my husband, and I decided to move to Springfield, I kept hearing, go to Unity. And I was like, okay, so what's this all about? And so I looked up Unity, and I realized that one time when I was visiting Matt when we first started dating, we visited this church. And I was like, oh, that little church, we really liked that little church. And so we decided to come to Unity, and that's how we got here. I was a bit resistant when it came to joining the church, or even coming to the church, even though there were a lot of synchronicities surrounding us coming here. But yeah, I had some negative experiences with churches, so I didn't think I would ever come to church, and here I am. So
love it. Do you remember who greeted you or gave you your first hug at Unity?
Sue Bagaday. Yeah.
What is one of your favorite things that you've done here?
I think the cards, the life deck, getting together as a group, and I don't know, that's like a hard one to answer because we're doing the Spirit Guides group, and I really think that's my favorite. I think that whatever I'm doing at any given time is my favorite, because tonight I'm doing the shelter, and that is my favorite for tonight. And so it's really hard to determine. I enjoy the things that we do, and so there's a lot of things. But the cards were really fun. Volunteering is a lot of fun, and the group that we're doing, the Spirit Guides group, that's a lot of fun too. So
great.
I think my favorite quote, which I guess is a principle, is Charles Fillmore, where he said, I reserve the right to change my mind. Because I think that being open-minded regarding even our principles, how we apply the principles, our spiritual practice, I feel like that is the thing that makes us most free, and we're doing all this stuff for the sake of freedom. And so being open to changing our minds, being open to learning new things, being open to growth, being open to let go of things from the past, regardless of how much it is a part of our tradition, I think that those are all important qualities. And so I really do like that quote from Charles Fillmore, which I guess is a principle as well.
That's excellent. Why should someone come to this Unity Church?
Oh, there's too many reasons to just narrow it down to one thing. I mean, there's a lot of different opportunities, and anybody coming to this church has an opportunity to awaken their own creative potential. There's just a lot of ways to get involved, like volunteering. There's a lot of different events and activities that you can plug into. And so I think that, it just has a lot to offer. We have an excellent children's program, excellent children's director. So there's a lot of different reasons why I am here, just because it feels comfortable, it feels like family, and so that's why I'm here. So,
what's your favorite word?
Oh, my favorite word. Yes. There's a lot, but I would have to say Louise Hay has had the biggest impact on my life. But yeah, there's a lot of women in my life that have had such a profound influence on my course, my path, my own spiritual development. But Louise Hay, I encountered her work at the lowest point in my life, and it was almost as though she nursed me back to health and allowed me to transform my own thinking about myself, about what life means and about what life is. So Louise Hay certainly would be at the top of that list.